Hey guys, this is Epic 5.05 and today we're going to take a look at an ace battle in the KV-3. Now I haven't been playing this much because I do have school, but yeah, I just played one battle and happy to be an ace. Now the KV-3 is a pretty nice tank. It's not as competitive as the IS, which I think is a bit better than the tank. The IS is a lot more mobile, it does have that slightly more trollish armor. However, the KV-3 does have a rather rectangular shape, like the Tiger, so you can sidescrape with it. Armor values are actually pretty decent. You have 90 mils on the hull, on the rear and front, so you can't really get hate cheat. And you can sidescrape without getting overmatched. Pretty nice on the armor. The turret is something else that's very nice about this tank. You do have these auto bounce areas and two cheeks over here. Unless the enemy switches to Pramo, yeah, you're gonna have a nice time bouncing. The gun mantler also is pretty big, and yeah, it does absorb a lot of shells. I have all the guns unlocked, and I personally like running the D10T because you see my crew isn't actually full yet. I just got the tank today, so the D25T has the dispersion is, I cannot describe the dispersion. It's one of the worst dispersion values ever. So that is why I run the D10T. The D10T is actually a rather nice gun. It has some rather nice DPM as well at 1885 compared to the 1616 and 1550. And pretty much the armament is alright, not exactly the greatest. It does kind of fall back on the pen value. I would like to have a bit more penetration. You have the T29 with 198 mils, but yeah, the penetration isn't something that I can't work around. So let's take a look at the ace battle. Let's go to Himmels. Yep, this one. Now the KV-3 really excels in the situation where it can sidescrape. It's basically the best tank at sidescraping ever. You have that insane side armor, that nice turret, and if you get it up to the right angle, that frontal hull area is also pretty strong. Now, I am going heavy route on this tank because there's a lot more cover. The buildings and everything. KV-2 is running the stock gun. Yeah, I did not like running that gun when I was going to KV-2. So for this map, what I usually do is I basically go around to this gravel over here near D block, and I just try and get a very lucky shot into the Churchill. You can see that dispersion there, even with the 100mm. It still managed to hit me. Now, I do not actually know where that shot went. I don't think it went to my lower plate. It could be my cupola. That Churchill VII is slowly retreating. He does not want to fight with me. And then we have on that side, I believe the heavies of the enemy team. We have the KV-3, the KV-2, I believe also the KV-1S and the SC-100 over there. I do spot the KV-3 and I put a nice shot for 291. Now the alpha on the 100mm, I read several forums saying not to use the 100mm because of the alpha, but really having 9 seconds of reload and that DPM, which I feel like you can rely on a bit better, I don't find the lack of alpha that much of a problem. The D25T is kind of more of a peek boom gun. This one you have to peek more, which is probably the weakness of the tank. But I do like the 100mm for its better penetration values. For the Pramo, you do have 235 mils, 240 if you run calibrated. So really dealing with those IS-5s, those IS-3s, those tanks like that, the Pramo works a lot better on the 100mm. Now I do mess up that shot there. I did not expect the KV-1S to realize I was there. Now I'm going to maintain the sidescraping position, and in a minute you'll just see. Oh, okay, I do manage to get a nice shot into the SC-100, and in a minute you'll just see the arm of this tank once you're in a sidescraping position, which is really insane. And if you just saw back there, I just did bounce a ton of shots. Now let's see where those shots actually went. Yeah, you can see over there, did bounce a ton of shots. There, you can see that. Now I do manage to clear the SC-100. I do take an unnecessary shot, but the position of that SC-100 is going to be integral in fighting off the remaining 3 tanks. You have a KV-3, almost full health, and a KV-1S, 1 shot, and a KV-2 with 500 hit points. Now that is not something I can deal with. KV-2 messes up his shot, KV-1S, I managed to clear. The KV-3 puts himself at a very disadvantageous position. Now, the KV-3 here is doing exactly the right thing. He's trying to get to my sides, and the KV-2 is also branching off, basically doing a pincer maneuver. However, I do manage to also bounce the KV-3, I believe, somehow just wriggling. You can see very armor really works when the enemy doesn't know how to aim. I do manage to block the KV-3, and now my team is going to arrive to help. Arrive soon, I think. Yeah, you can see the meds pushing in now, and we do manage to clear the KV-3, bringing us on 3.5k damage. 3.5k damage isn't not that bad. Block 2.6k, almost 2.7k, not bad at all. You can just see blocking 2.7k in this tank. And you can see the position we were in. There were 3 tanks around us, and I still managed to block a lot of damage. You can see Ace Tanker, nice over there, high caliber, deal the most damage in the battle. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, I did get the most amount of damage. We have Master Gunner, Sharpshooter, damage blocked. Yes, we did get the legendary. Bad because we did block a lot more than the amount of hit points our tank had. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. This is Epic 5105.